Hi guys, this is a requested book flip video. The first one I'm going to do for you guys is this adult coloring book Grayscale Edition, Magical Fairies by Damita Victoria. Damita Victoria is a coloring book company similar to Jade Summer. Here is some thumbnails on the back, and this is the front here. We'll just kind of open up and get started. Here is our title page. It says Magical Fairies on it. We have our nameplate page, and then it goes into the coloring tips. Right here is the copyright information, some different coloring tips on this, and there's some lips coloring tips, and then it starts part 1. So this book has 2 copies of each image. So if you want to use like markers for 1 copy and like pencils for 1 copy, or do 2 different color schemes, there's black backing on each image. Just remember, if you're going to use markers, to put a blotter page so that it doesn't bleed through to the next image. I really like this one with the little girl, or the little fairy, like a mom and daughter. This one's really pretty. It has sunflowers and daffodils. You could use a lot of yellow in that one. This one's really pretty with the waterfalls. Not very many pictures have waterfalls, which is kind of cool. And I have an elephant in this one. And this one has a cat with fairy wings. A lot of fairies in this book are more full-figured fairies, which I like. And in this book, if you can tell, the skin is sort of a little bit grayscaled, but the rest of it's line art. So this is like the perfect type of book for someone that doesn't like to shade skin, just wants to color it straight. It's not too grayscaled, but it is a little bit. And I think there might be a little bit on the hair, but not too much. This one, she's sitting on a bear. This one has a nice rainbow in the background, which is kind of fun. And this one, I think it's an elf holding a fairy because of the pointy ears. That one has a lamb on it. This one looks very tropical. Something about her reminds me of Esmeralda. Like her face. And this fairy, I think she's nude, but she's cross-legged so you can't see anything. And this one has kind of like a magic aura around her. This one looks kind of like she's wearing one of those toga dresses. Very ethereal looking, with the columns in the background. And then we get started with part 2. I'm not going to flip through part 2 because it's the exact same as part 1. So all those images are duplicated. Just doing a quick little thing just to show you guys that. And then on the back here, she does a list of the coloring books that she has made. If you're doing a checklist to see if you like anything that she has, or you can just keep a record of your collection or their company has, I should say. Here's their Facebook group, and they're also on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Pinterest under Damita Victoria and damitavictoria.com. And then also they like you to leave a review on Amazon. So that is Magical Fairies by Damita Victoria. Hope you guys enjoyed this flip through, and I will get the next book for the flip through here in just a minute. So if you want to just hang tight. Next book I have here is Female Warriors by Damita Victoria. Also a grayscale coloring book, adult coloring book. Here is the back side, gives you 4 thumbnails. I believe most of her books do this with the 4 thumbnails. And to get started in this one, we have our title page. It says Female Warriors. Our book belongs to page. We have copyright and coloring tips. Here is the tips and tricks type of stuff on the front. And then it gets started with the part 1 images. So I'm doing a voiceover if you can't tell. I recorded these all prior, and I thought I would just put them all together. This first one reminds me of Thor because she has a Thor hammer. And you can really see the grayscale in the skin in these. Not so much in the rest of the work. It's mainly just in the skin and hair. And this one has a bat. She probably is supposed to represent a movie, but I don't know which one. This one reminds me of the girl on the Hunger Games with the bow and arrow. Katniss, I believe her name was. And this one, she looks very much... Something about this picture looks kind of European or something. I like the wood plank background. I think this one's supposed to be Harley Quinn, but I'm not sure. I'm just getting that vibe from the pigtails and the bat. This one definitely gives me the Maleficent vibe. And this one looks like Wonder Woman to me. I've never seen Wonder Woman, but that's what she looks like. This one looks like some kind of Amazon girl of some sort. Very strong face. Next one, and I'm sure she's supposed to represent someone in a movie, but I am drawing a blank. But you can definitely see the grayscale in the skin. This one as well. And she's like tough. She has like her fist out. It has a plane in the background. This one kind of looks like a Terminator type of chick, but she's some kind of warrior. This one has really pretty braids. This one looks like something that I would see on X-Men. Something about her reminds me of the X-Men. She's got kind of like a mummy-like wrap outfit. This one looks very similar to a Star Wars look, which is cool. This one looks like something I'd see on Survivor, but... Here we have like a Catwoman type thing. And she looks kind of like a Xena warrior princess type of concept. This one could be Luna or like Hermione off of Harry Potter. And this one looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer to me. Here, I think this looks like Khaleesi off of Game of Thrones. She's the one with the dragons. And this one probably is supposed to look like someone in a movie, but I don't recognize. But she looks really cool. And this one's really neat with the tribal marks on her face. We have this girl with a sword. She has like kind of an Asian outfit, inspired outfit, it looks like. And we have this one. And then we get started into part 2. And part 2 is exactly the same images as part 1. Just kind of doing a little flip so you guys can see that they're the same. So you could do different medias and things like that. And then they give you a list of all of her books here on the back, like a checklist if you are a collector, or if you just want to see what other books she has out, or this company has out on the market. And we have, you can get a free coloring page by joining their Facebook group, and it shows where they can be found in social media right here. And then on the other side, it just says, please write an Amazon review. We'd love to hear your feedback, type of a thing. So that is this book, which is Female Warriors by Damita Victoria. Stay tuned for the next flip. Next one we have is August Reverie IV, Fantasy Art Adult Coloring Book. And this is by Shintraka Harath. I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm not very good with names. It's a Vivid Publishers Company, so that's who publishes this book. Here is our title page. And here is their introduction and social media information, an email. Here they give you a table of contents. It lists all the pictures and the titles of each picture. So they do title each one. She gives a name for each picture, and the name is on the left of the picture. And she does have animals in here as well. A lot of her girls have very sharp edges, like jaw lines. Lots of flowers. California Dreamin'. Queen Sable. Reach of Fragrance. That says Halloween. You could see the skull with the witch hat on it. This one has an elephant. That one looks really cool. Just making sure I didn't skip one. Stormy Seas. She's like on a pirate ship. You can see her. This is Unexpected. This one's really neat with the lion she's holding. That one has a gorilla. It says Beauty and the Silverback. This is Flower Shower. Here we have a beautiful horse with a crown. This one, she's on some kind of goose or swan or some sort. It's supposed to be like an empress. And then the back side here shows the different books that she has out that you can also find, all by Vivid Publishers. And I'm trying to be really careful here. Let's see, looks like mine came kind of weirdly printed there, but this is Amazon printed paper, and that is August Reverie, number 4, Fantasy Art Adult Coloring Book. Next I have Nice Little Town Interiors, and this is by Tatiana Bogima-Stilova. Here is the back side. There is 4 thumbnails. I'm going to flip from the back this time, just because my book did come slightly curled, so the more I flip from the back, the more it's going to curl out, right? So this basically is a book full of interiors in her art style. There's a dog on that one. This one's kind of fun. I like those circular windows. You could do a lot of different fun colors. There's a bathroom. This looks like kind of like a candy shop or sweet shop. That one has lots of picture frames. This one actually has a girl sitting in a chair. Very, very fun. If you like coloring interiors, like if you like interior design, you'd probably like this. That one has a window setting. And there's a lot of detail on this. And this book definitely, it has the black backing, so if you want to use markers, you could. Just remember that blotter page. As we all know with most of these Amazon printed books, because they will bleed through to the next image without that blotter page. So that is this one, and that's the book belongs to page, and then social media information and information about her, and then the title page right here. Nice Little Town Interior.